If this video makes you uncomfortable, don't rush to close it. That feeling rising inside you isn't anger or boredom, it's recognition. Something in you knows this message is touching a place you've been avoiding. Most people only listen to words that make them feel safe, affirmed, and comfortable. But the messages that truly change us rarely arrive that way. They confront us before they heal us. Discomfort is not a sign that something is wrong. Often it's proof that something important is finally being addressed. Spiritually, discomfort shows up as conviction, not condemnation. It's not here to shame you or tear you down. It's here to wake you up. Growth always begins with awareness, and awareness is rarely painless. If you feel unsettled right now, it may be because you already know what needs to change. You don't need another sign or another confirmation. Deep down, you recognize the habit draining you, the relationship shrinking you, or the pattern repeating itself in your life. The reason this message feels heavy is because it's speaking to a truth you've been postponing. We live in a world that teaches us to escape discomfort at all costs. When something feels hard, we distract ourselves. When something challenges us, we label it negative. When truth confronts us, we scroll past it. But avoiding discomfort doesn't remove the problem, it only delays healing. God doesn't work through avoidance. He works through honesty. Many people pray for growth, peace, and breakthrough, yet resist the very process that produces them. They want transformation without confrontation, healing without reflection, blessings without change. But God does not heal what we refuse to face, and He does not restore what we keep hiding behind excuses. Sometimes the reason you feel stuck isn't because God is silent. It's because you're uncomfortable with the answer He already gave you. Obedience often feels uncomfortable before it feels rewarding. Letting go feels painful before it feels freeing. Change feels terrifying before it feels necessary. Be honest with yourself. You know when you're settling. You know when you're staying in places God has already asked you to leave. You know when you're choosing comfort over calling. And every time you ignore that inner nudge, the discomfort grows stronger, not to punish you, but to protect you from remaining stuck. Discomfort has a way of interrupting autopilot. It forces you to slow down and pay attention. It places a mirror in front of you and asks you to look honestly at what you've been avoiding. Many people spend their lives running from this moment. They chase noise because silence feels too revealing. In stillness, truth rises, and not everyone is ready to face it. But you cannot heal what you refuse to acknowledge. Ignored pain doesn't disappear, it simply changes form. It becomes frustration, exhaustion, numbness, and eventually a life that feels empty, even when it looks successful from the outside. Discomfort often appears when you've outgrown your current season. What once felt normal now feels heavy. What once excited you now feels empty. This is not failure, it's growth. Maturity makes old environments feel tight. Expansion makes old patterns feel suffocating. God uses discomfort to loosen your grip on what no longer serves your future. If He allowed you to stay comfortable, you would never move. You would choose familiarity over transformation. So He allows unease, not to harm you, but to push you forward. Many people mistake this season as losing peace, when in reality peace is being redefined. True peace is not the absence of challenge. It is alignment with purpose, and alignment always requires adjustment. Adjustment is rarely comfortable. You may be praying for clarity while God is waiting for honesty. You may be asking for direction while ignoring the conviction already present in your spirit. God often speaks first through discomfort before He speaks through clarity. He disrupts what is familiar so you can seek what is true. Think about how many times you stayed longer than you should have longer in relationships, habits, mindsets, simply because leaving felt uncomfortable. Comfort convinced you that staying was safer, even while it was slowly draining you. Discomfort is the signal that it's time to choose differently. There's a version of you that cannot exist without discomfort. The stronger you, the wiser you, the more grounded you. These versions are formed in moments when you decide not to run from what is hard. Every time you faced truth instead of avoiding it, you grew, even if it didn't feel like progress at the time. Spiritual growth is quiet and internal. It often feels lonely. You outgrow conversations. You outgrow habits. You outgrow people. That isolation can feel uncomfortable and painful, but it is necessary. You cannot carry everything from your past into your future. Discomfort asks hard questions. Why are you still holding on to this? Why are you afraid to let go? Why do you keep returning to what you once prayed to be free from? These questions are not meant to accuse you, they are meant to awaken you. Avoiding discomfort keeps you familiar with your pain. Facing discomfort introduces you to your potential. Growth requires courage, the courage to sit with uncomfortable truths, the courage to admit when something no longer fits, and the courage to trust God even when the path ahead feels uncertain. Faith is not proven when everything feels good. It is revealed when obedience feels costly. If you are uncomfortable right now, consider this. What if this feeling is not a warning, but confirmation? Confirmation that you are being stretched, prepared, and refined. Confirmation that you are no longer meant to live on autopilot. Transformation always asks for something in return. It may ask for your pride, your excuses, or relationships built around an old version of you. Letting go will hurt, but staying the same will cost you more. Discomfort is temporary. Growth is permanent. One day you will look back at this season and realize it was a turning point. The moment you stopped running, the moment you stopped numbing, the moment you allowed truth to sit with you long enough to change you. So don't rush past this feeling. Don't silence it. Let it do its work. Let it reveal what must be released and what must be rebuilt. God does some of his deepest work in moments that feel uncomfortable, because comfort keeps you safe in what's familiar, but uncomfortable truth leads you into who you were always meant to become.